very, very good deadlifter.
So he was a massive deadlifter, wasn't he, back in the day?
Deadlift specialist.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's like, is this the way? And it's like, I don't want to say it's the way because some people it works for, some people it doesn't. How do you know? You gotta try it.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Everyone's different. Yeah. And welcome back to your mum's favorite channel on YouTube, Cult Strength, down at Base Gym today. It's deadlift day. I'm 3 weeks out of competition. Now, if you've been following along recently, deadlifts have kind of sucked. Have not been very happy with them. They've been moving. Don't get me wrong, we hit 350 kilos for a double last week, 770 pounds. And there was more in the tank, but it wasn't satisfactory, wasn't what I wanted. Wasn't how I wanted it to move especially. So with 3 weeks to go, and I would say I only have 2 deadlift sessions left at most, kind of need to make the most of today. So again, we're gonna hit a heavy double, more than last week is the goal. Close to 800 pounds. If we're feeling really good, we might go to 800 pounds for a double. We'll see how it goes. If you haven't seen it yet, last night we went live for the first time on YouTube. So that is uploaded onto my channel now, go and check it out. We were speaking all things bench press, a bunch of good questions. It was a good time. We'll be doing that every weekend from now on. Next week, we're covering deadlifts. So next weekend, keep your eyes posted. There'll be something on my page about when we're gonna go live, so don't miss that. I'm gonna start warming up in a minute. Vas, what are you doing today? You deadlifting as well?
I was hoping you wouldn't call me up on a show like that. But we can call them a deadlift.
Yeah.
I'm doing something similar to the movement that you're doing, but with just much less weight. So
that's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. So the goal is 270 kilograms, so about 100 kilograms less than you.
For 3 reps?
I'd like 3.
For an extra rep, so that makes up for the extra 100 kilos, right?
That's right. So then, therefore,
total volume is more than mine in the set.
So therefore, I'm stronger.
Therefore, you are.
I'm doing better than Reese today. Thank you.
It's unfortunate how these things work, isn't it?
That's how it works.
I'm gonna start warming up now, and Vasa will be here in about 3 hours' time. Supposed to be here in half an hour for his heavy squats, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, big squat from Vasa today, so we might get it up on the video as well. We'll chat soon, baby. Let's go. All right, baby. 60 kilos to start with, and we'll make plate jumps up to probably 340 kilos for a single. That'll be the last warm up. Let's get it. Kilos, bro. Is that good? Was it good? Was it a good one?
I thought it was 30.
Really?
Speak to that.
It's a good day, bro.
Oh.
Woo. We're in. You can do it, bro. You can do it, man. Nice, bro. You hit what, 300 kilos a couple weeks ago?
I did. I'll tell you something about that. That was like my first month back into deadlifting.
Yeah.
And I don't really deadlift. So it was like, it was week 4. So it's like I did 220, 240, and then it was like 280, 300. It was a strange progression.
Random progression.
But it's like, for me to be at 300 at this point, it was just like, that's kind of like my baseline tester to see if I'm on form.
Yeah, bro.
And it's like
300 is a good deadlift.
300 without training it too much. My squats is where I lie a bit and say I hardly even train it. Squats is one of my favorite exercises to build your deadlift strength.
Definitely.
And I spend a lot of time on squats.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm able to take jumps like that.
Yeah. Do you think it sort of allows you to maintain a good level of strength with your deadlift?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, when I did 400 kilo squat years ago, I didn't touch deadlifts at all. And then I came and retested and I did a PB of 340.
Yeah, right. So
zero deadlifts.
So you didn't have the fatigue of doing all the deadlifts, but you still got the strength benefits from doing the posterior chain with the squats.
Exactly. So that's like a lot of the times, it's out of those two lifts.
Yeah.
When I want to progress on squats, I'll back off the deadlifts and squat heavy every week.
Yeah, and the reality is this is a really simple exercise as well. So technically, it doesn't take as much to be good at it compared to a fucking squat.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big thing as well.
I'm the opposite. I agree. And it's like when I first started, like most people, it's kind of like, I bet you everyone that's watching, it's your heaviest lift that you've got, right? Yeah. Is the deadlift, and that's why people love it and they push it a lot. But for me, my squat overtook it.
Yeah, right.
So you love what you're the best at, right? So because I was so good at squatting and not as good as deadlifting, I started telling myself, I hate deadlifts, love squats, and I'd always just prioritize squats every week. So that always went up, and the deadlifts, I just never really trained it that well. But I'd like to change my mindset towards it and start saying I like a deadlift and realize its importance and not putting it as a secondary move.
Big time.
To squats.
What's your biggest deadlift ever is 330?
340 in the gym.
340 in the gym?
And 330 in comp at 110.
It's pretty good, man. Even if considering that's your weakest lift.
It is an interesting thing, but like when you consider like what a true powerlifter should be, it's like the numbers that you're doing, like you're like the best in Australia at the 140 class. Top 7, I believe, was your best in the world.
I was top 5 at one point.
Right? So if you look at your numbers across the board, you'd probably say it's hard to say whether you're better at squatting or deadlifting.
Yeah, because my squat's bigger.
Yeah.
By 5 kilos, but I know I'm a better deadlifter.
Right.
But it's like
I agree.
The reps give you, 40 to 50 kilos.
That's also true. People don't factor in the reps. But I would agree that you're a better deadlifter than squatter. Like deadlifts your movement equals like very close second is your squats, and then your bench press, even though it's what's your best in comp? Have you done 260 in comp?
252 and a half.
It's pretty good, but considering at your weight class, they're doing a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the same with me and my weight class. I'd be, like most of my competitions, I'd always be winning in my squat bench press and then my deadlift.
Yeah.
Most people have better deadlifts, or there's a lot of deadlift freaks, and that can make up for a big powerlifting competition.
They especially when they pull sumo.
Imagine that, you know what I mean? So
Ruins me, bro.
sumo is just, it can favour the technical lifters.
It's upsetting, man.
Especially
upsetting. With the new bars they're using and shit. They are manipulating the...
So have you ever spoken to your guys about the barbells that they use?
Not in depth, man. Not in depth.
So the new barbells, if you've ever seen Dan Grigsby, 482.5 kilograms, insane. It's a longer bar than this. Like, no offense to him, he's a machine, right? But still, it's longer than this, so it bends more. And if you have a look at how far it is off the ground compared to like where we are with a conventional, he's probably just past his knee, so he's got really long arms. Yeah. So he's built for the center, and so much that it's not that far off.
And I always say, look at their squat. How much do they squat?
That's right. It's
he was squatting like 700 pounds at the same time he was deadlifting over 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
That's a big discrepancy.
Yeah. Well,
So I would say no hate, but I hate sumo. So it is what it is. No, moving on, bro. What's next for you, 120?
I'm going to do this again.
You can do it again, sweet. $100 kilos, 220 pounds. It's a bit noisy. We'll go 3 reps here, and then we'll start hitting singles. Yeah, boy. Nice, bro. Do you make 50 kilo jumps?
No.
All the way?
No. Probably for the first, like maybe 170, but I'll do multiple sets.
Yeah, okay. You do that twice.
So I'm going to do that twice.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, baby, 180 kilos. We're looking at around 50% of the goal for today's top set. So it better fucking move pretty easy. peasy. 170, baby, let's go. Singles?
Singles. Feeling more comfortable now.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, after a few weeks doing it, it feels a little more natural, right? Especially bending down with the belt is not comfortable at the best of times. So.
Well, for me, it's loose.
Okay,
so
loose,
that's like whenever I do a deadlift, a lot of times that's how I take it off. I just go.
Yeah, right.
Guts in, then it's
Well, you wear your belt in a unique way compared to a lot of people as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's changed. So I used to hold it up here.
Yeah.
That's when I was actually had a bigger gut.
Okay.
And the belt used to get in the way of me bending over. So I used to have it here, and it's not in the way. Like I wouldn't dig into it.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
now, as I've gotten a little bit smaller,
Yeah.
I'm still higher than where I normally am. Higher than where most people are, but it's a bit lower than where I used to be.
Yeah.
So it's still under the ribs.
Do you think that because I'm so slender, that's why I wear the belt so low?
Yes and no.
Yeah, okay.
Because I've seen people with big guts as well put it below the belt.
Yeah, right.
Like
So you're saying I'm fat?
I said you had a big gut.
Okay, thank you.
So it's not really fat.
Okay.
It could be.
It could be. It could be a lot of
You
poo.
decide.
It could be a lot of poo. But there's not a lot of poo in there.
No, you did one already.
Done 3 today.
So like Thor.
A lot of
he's
poo?
here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He also has a lot of poo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's underneath. Like whenever he sees me talk about up high, he's like, he doesn't
So,
know.
but he's an anomaly, right? Because like even when he is, we'll use the word like fatter, he doesn't look as fat as the other guys because he holds it so much better.
Correct. Proportionally,
Yeah.
he's got a smaller waist than his
Yeah.
other body by a lot.
He looks like a monster.
Yeah, but yeah, so for me, I don't say you have to have it in any way.
Yeah, right.
I always say, like, for me, it's comfortable here, but I
Yeah.
know many people that have it in very different positions to me and are way better deadlifters than me.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of great deadlifters. Like, this is the first person I saw this. There's two. Eric Lillibridge, who's
Yeah.
one of my mentors. He's up high.
Up high,
He
yeah.
also has a big belly.
Yeah, but he's lean as well. It's weird.
Yeah, he's lean with a big belly.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
and then I think his name's George Lehman.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like
British guy.
right up here, and they're very, very good deadlifters.
He was a massive deadlifter, wasn't he, back in the day?
Deadlift specialist.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's like, is this the way? And it's like, I don't want to say it's the way because some people it works for, some people it doesn't. How do you know? You got to try it.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Everyone's different.
Yeah. But one thing that I do notice in common with most people is it's slightly looser than a squat.
Okay, yeah.
Because it interferes with being able to, if it
move.
interferes with being able to achieve the bottom position, the equipment is not better than technique.
Yeah, definitely.
Technique first.
Yeah.
If it interferes with achieving the right technique, it's in the wrong position.
Absolutely. All right, baby. 220 kilos, 5 plates aside, about 485 pounds. A few more warm-ups to go. Up. Yeah, buddy. Let's go. Smooth. Yep. Nice. Nice, bro.
Thank you.
Nice. I notice you don't have a, you kind of just get the bar, get your hands set, then go, but you obviously take your time in doing so to make sure your hands are in the right spot. You don't fuck around at the bottom.
Yeah, that's one of my fuck ups is actually trying too many different things.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I've just noticed whenever I'm fucking around with my hands and all of that stuff, I'm just never really performing as well.
So don't
now I
overthink
just
it.
try and- everything is about get the brace right, get the position.
Yep.
And from that point on, it's just like trying to do the same thing every single fucking time.
Yeah, I definitely think less time down there better.
Yeah,
Especially.
Well, I try and teach people, I mean obviously not you, but there's a lot of people that fuck around here and they grab it and then as the sets get heavier and heavier, it's like you can see the anxiety building up.
Big time.
And they spend more and more time as it gets heavier. It's like you're overthinking it at that point.
Yeah.
Do all the thinking, and this is what I teach people as well. Commit to it from back here. So wherever your setup is, that's what I teach people. Commit to it, agree that you're going to do it. Then by the time you come in here, you've already agreed, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Now it's just the exact same routine you've done from the exact start, which I'm going to go for another set because I feel like I was a little bit out of position, so I'll just go again.
Yeah, sweet. Nice. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I feel like my leg drive is not amazing, so I can feel my butt shooting up a little bit. I'll check it out on the camera.
Looks okay this weight. Whew. All right, baby, 260 kilos, 6 plates aside, still warming up. Another single here. Whoosh. Come on. Yep. Thank you, sir.
Very nice.
Whew. Easy. Come on. Nice. How'd that feel?
I always like to think, do I feel like I can do 270 with that? And it's yes.
Yeah. It'll just be one of those things where it's like you do the first rep, it's hard.
Yeah.
The second rep's hard, the third rep's hard.
Yeah. It's done.
But it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Hi, Vasa.
Yo.
Come here. Vasa rocked up today on time, which was late, which is on time for him. What are you squatting today?
What are you deadlifting?
800 pounds for a double.
What's that?
363.
Am I doing that?
You're doing more than that.
If you're on the form today, you'll be doing more than that.
Yeah, bro. 400 for a double, maybe.
Just see what happens.
Do it, bro.
No promises.
Do it.
See what happens.
Do it, baby. I'm gonna do this now. 300.
Stop it.
Nah.
Last one.
Second last one.
Fuck you.
Whoosh. Hup. Whoosh. Speed. Come on. Ah!
Let's go, guys. Come on. Nice.
Yep. Woo. Feeling smooth.
That's good.
Thank you, sir. A little bit twangy on the lower back off the ground, but. Hi, are you going to give me a massage? If you want. You can if you want. Do you want to touch me? Yes, I'll give you consent. Well, I typically charge for that as well, so we'll call it even. And you do it for free. All right, baby, I have my last warm-up on the bar now. In all honesty, I didn't really want to do the last warm-up. I wanted to just skip it and go straight to the top set because I know it's going to be pretty challenging. It's one of those days where it is feeling a little tough, but you know, we still have one more warm up to get things rolling, and then we'll just commit to that top set, and we'll get the 2 reps done. If it's going to be hard, it's going to be hard. Hard's good sometimes, bro. Depending on who you ask.
The fact is, we're not here to do easy shit, man. Otherwise, everyone would, you know.
It's nice when it's easy, though, isn't it?
It would be lovely. But
Yeah.
for fuck's sake,
How'd that set feel?
it was terrible.
It was tough or hard?
Like when I walk away, it's like, what did I expect?
Yeah, bro.
It was hard last week and it was 10 kilos less. So,
Yeah.
Therefore,
Therefore, this week was 10% harder.
yeah.
Well, 10 kilos
10 kilos
harder.
harder.
But it felt 10% harder.
But in context of what you're asking, I just it slipped over my head.
Yeah.
When you're talking about some people like it hard.
Yeah, no, some people do like it hard.
Yeah.
Vasa is one of them. Hey, bro.
Yes.
Yep.
Loves it hard.
Loves it hard. All right, I'm gonna get this now. Let's go, baby.
Right.
Put some tunes on, eh? I'll get some talc on. How funny.
Fuck your life.
How funny.
Off the ground, I saw that. It was just like, oh no.
I was like,
And then it was
no.
smooth. Fuck yeah, bit of a wardrobe this had, but there's only a couple points in line. That was a fucking effort, bro.
All right, so top set that was fun, bro. That moved really, really well.
I'm very shocked that happened.
Yeah.
That first rep, as he keeps on saying, he's got this sticking point off the ground, which is uncommon for him.
Yeah.
And it happened. I was looking at it going, oh, but then he's got it. 2 reps. That was fucking excellent.
So we got done. So we're still in the fight. We're still in the fight. We're still going to be doing comp, obviously. Now I'm 3 weeks out,
Yeah.
right? So, you know, logic would say we have 2 training sessions left, maybe.
One of them is heavy though.
Yes.
Not both of them.
But I was thinking, am I better off, because you know how I respond to deadlifts, it's like, am I better off maybe doing just 1 deadlift session between now and comp, taking a 10-day rest from now, and making it 1 more heavy session, and then give myself another 10 days to recover from there? Or do I try and rush it in a 7-day block of a week? You know what I'm saying?
That will definitely work. I'll tell you what else. My mind always goes towards practice of the movement.
Yeah.
So I agree with that from an energy standpoint, and I think that you've got enough skill that you don't need to practice it as much as a lot of other people. But at the same time, I still love a bit of practice. I reckon it's either between that or 1 heavy session and 1 really, really light session.
Yeah.
Like it could even be 5 days out.
Yeah, light session, 5 days out, yeah.
Just like 260 kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I do think that, definitely there's only room for 1 more heavy session.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is some pause deadlifts. Your suggestion, just to sort of see what's happening off the ground there and try and figure out that sticking point, because it's not usually there for me. And I'm not too worried because it's happened before and it kind of just goes away. It doesn't just go away, obviously I've done something to fix it, but it is one of those things. It's a temperamental lift sometimes, love, hate, but we'll play with some pause deadlifts now. And yeah, I think I'll just do probably 1 more heavy session before comp, which will probably just be a single at around
Bit heavier than that.
375.
Yeah.
Because my goal for comp's just 385.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 385.
But also, like, you're not tapered now. You're not fresh at all.
I'm not.
That's what I think the sticking points are.
Yeah.
It's like it's uncharacteristic of you because you're fatigued.
Yeah.
And, you know, come comp time, like you do all this planned tapering, you're going to be fresher on the comp day. And I don't think those issues will be there anymore.
Fingers crossed, bro. Yeah, good session.
Good stuff, man.
Thanks, man.
Excellent work.
Let's go.
Let's go. Clean reps on the floor. Smooth.
Straighten up, you fucking. There we go.
Smooth. Nice. Real clean. Nice, dude.
Woo.
Let's go, let's go. 3 reps. Keep them smooth. Good. Let's go. Smooth. Nice. Yes. Nice work. Smooth. Yeah. Last one. Smooth. Beautiful. Nice work, bro.
Woo. Cardio. Fuck. That sucks. All right, gang, so I finished my deadlifts. We did the top set and then the 2 back down sets with the pauses, just for that, refinement of movement and of technique. And although, I feel quite fatigued, it moved quite easy. So I'm happy with that. But now, Big Vasa is warming up for his top set of squats, and the goal is 400 kilos for a double. So I'm gonna wrap his knees, and then we're gonna watch him do some squats. We have, what's on the bar here, for Vasa?
370.
370, so we're over 800 pounds now for his final warm-up, 370 kilos. I think that's around 813 pounds, something like that, off the top of my head. How long till you go? A few minutes?
Yeah, a couple of
Sweet. So we'll chuck this in now at the end of the video. Hope you enjoy this shit. But 400 kilo double, that's the goal. 881 pounds. How you feeling? It's looking good so far? It's looking good?
Yeah, back pump. Crazy back pump.
Back pump of the gods. And that's like, the closer you get to comp and the more incompetent you feel as a human being, generally the stronger you are under the bar. So if you can't walk around doing normal day-to-day things, you can probably lift a heavy barbell. Pretty accurate.
That's when you know you're ready.
When you cannot wipe your ass, you are an absolute tank. Innit? I've never had that problem though, because I have deadlift arms. I have long arms. So
That is very true.
I've always been able to wipe my own bum.
I definitely can relate.
I can reach around pretty
That's
easy.
why I just go straight to the shower.
Yeah, right.
No wipe, just sometimes no shower.
Sometimes no shower.
Just poo and walk off.
Yeah, well, sometimes you've got to get business done,
No
right?
problem.
It's not your problem, it's other people's problem.
If I smell.
Who cares, man? I don't judge you.
deadlifts were not as good as yours.
Was it as
but
we-
I'm very happy with how I went.
Yeah, as we discussed, it was like the first rep was hard, second rep was hard, third rep was hard. And then I continued that and made my first rep even harder than your third rep. And then my second rep was even harder again.
It was a hard day, but we got there in the end, and that's when it's even more rewarding, when it's just like, you don't know if you're going to get it or not. And did you show these guys what happened with Vasa? Or you got it in this video?
I've got the video, yeah. I'll put it on here. The squat.
That was a bit harder than ours.
Yeah, and but it also looked easier than ours the first one did.
Exactly.
It's just different.
It was strange. It was there, so it was a misgroove.
It was a misgroove.
For sure, that's the best he's done 400 in some time.
Yeah.
And we thought it was there, but anyway, it wasn't. Whatever.
It's always like one of those things that's bittersweet because you know you had it, and then sometimes to miss it, it hurts even more when you know you had it.
Yeah.
Even though it's like, oh, I could have done it.
For us as outsiders, we look at that as a positive because we looked at the session, it's like, that's the best he's done 400 in a while. If there was 410 or even 420 on the bar, it would have gone up.
Yeah.
But of course, Vasa was the one under the bar, and I know that his ego's a bit bruised, which we've been there before as well. But I reckon it was a successful day all around.
Yeah, it was a good day. Everyone come in, did well. And it's also the heavier you're lifting and the closer you get to sometimes those sessions are even more inconsistent. Because that fatigue level that you have is sometimes hard to sort of pick. You know what I mean?
You don't linearly just improve because that's right. The fatigue will get you. And
some days you walk in the gym and it's like you think you're having a good day and it's the worst day in the world. And then sometimes you come in feeling fucked and then all of a sudden it goes well.
Exactly.
So it's just stick to the plan, do your work, take it on the days that it's there, have a cry about it the days that it's not, and come back anyway and do it. You know what I mean? But it's a good session. Yeah. So I went my 3 weeks out. One more heavy deadlift session, one more light deadlift session.
So when's the next heavy session?
I'll probably do that in like 8 or 9 days from now.
So hang on a second. Is it 21 days out?
27th, yeah. So it's 27th of October. What's the date today? 7th. It was 20 days out today.
20 days out.
So I'll probably do 9 days, and then I'll do a light one 5-6 days out.
I think that sounds good
For technique and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I
But
think that sounds good.
that will leave me confident hitting at least 385 kilos, which is the goal.
You're doing that without a suit.
Without a suit, just straps.
You're allowed straps.
Yep.
You're allowed a suit, but you don't have a suit.
I don't have a suit yet, so I'm in the midst of organising that now.
Yeah.
And then hopefully by the time I finish my first training cycle after comp, I'll be ready to put it on and then work towards 1,000 pounds.
That'll be a good reintroduction back into competition.
It will be, that's what I need.
What did you say, 385 you reckon you'll get? I reckon...
I would just be happy with that. I think that would be a nice introduction back into it.
Yep.
With something to build off. I'm going to treat it like a heavy training session. You know what I mean?
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
And then when's the next comp after that?
February, March.
Okay.
And that's when we go into it again for a big one.
Will that be with a suit?
With a suit peaked. Yeah.
Love that.
Juiced up a little bit maybe.
And that'll be well over 400.
That'll have to be at least 430.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think it's there.
So hopefully get 50 kilos out of the suit.
Yeah. Like some people do.
Or more.
Yeah, so if you guys are watching all the strongman stuff, so many people are doing, I think like 3 people got 470 kilos.
2 with a suit.
2 with the suit. One of them was,
Yeah.
let's not even talk about that. That
Ridiculous.
was ridiculous. But everyone's doing 1,000 pounds these days. And I do think that the suit does add a lot.
It does, especially I think the new technology that comes out.
Yeah.
They're defining the suits better, they're getting better with their equipment, and the athletes are getting better, obviously. And the deadlift bar doesn't change with strongman though, does it?
No, they're not
That's
going
good.
down the path of those kabuki bars.
That's good.
It's always been, it's either like Rogue,
Or Texas.
Eddie's was Oki.
Okay.
Yeah, Eddie's 500 was Oki. Thor's 501 was a Rogue, Ohio.
They're very similar,
whatever it is, the
very
Death Bar.
similar.
The Rogue Ohio is more similar to the Texas bar.
Do you find that?
Yeah, the Oki bar is shorter and thinner.
I used to have an Oki deadlift bar.
And do you find it shorter and thinner?
I don't have it anymore. I have right now I have a Texas and I have a Goliath and a Rogue.
Right.
But I don't find the Rogue to be like the Texas.
Right.
That's why I come here and use a Texas because
Yeah.
it's whippy compared to the Rogue for
It's a
me.
different bend, but in dimensions, I think it's very similar
Yeah,
dimensions.
dimension-wise.
I don't like. I've only used the Oki once, and some people love it.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was Eddie Hall's bar.
Yeah.
That's why he prefers it. Well, you get good at whatever you train with, right?
Exactly. People get on a stiff bar. People have the argument of like, oh, you can pull more on a bendy bar versus a stiff bar, but like at the end of the day, if you're not used to a whippy bar, it's gonna feel shit.
Yeah. I've seen people IPF lifters that are very good saying, oh, I know I'll go better on a whippy bar.
right?
And they come in and they do the whippy bar and they just don't go better.
And I've seen lifters that use Texas bars do a 6-week block of training with a stiff bar and they're just as good.
Yeah.
Almost sometimes, without that whip, sometimes it's easier to get it off the ground, I find. Sometimes too much whip is just ridiculous.
I think that's what happened with your deadlift today as well.
Felt like it.
A lot of whip and it just
Caught me.
point, and then when you come to, then it just comes up.
But yeah, we'll wrap it up. Thanks for being here, guys. Until next time, you know what to do?
What do you do?
They go to the fucking gym and they stop touching themselves. They can do that when they get home. Good? Deal. See you guys.